Hi, I'm Dave Garrison. I work for the Public Works Department in the sign shop, and today we're going to give you a little bit of background on how we go about going from a market report to the actual installation of a sign.
There are two easy ways to access our market system. You'll go to manchesterct.gov, which is accessible on your mobile, tablet, and desktop devices. On our homepage, you'll click the Citizens Request and Report a Problem tool. From here, you'll be brought to a form, which you'll fill out. It'll ask you for the category, which you'll then scroll down and hit Street Signs. From here, click here to continue, links to our market system. Another quick way to get to this tool is to go back to our website, and on our search bar, you can type in market. The tool is the first link that pops up. You'll click on it and it'll bring you right to that market tool. You'll hit OK and then find the street in which you are indicating the issue. For this example, let's say we see a damaged stop sign on East Center Street. We'll click where we see the damaged stop sign. It'll populate the address, which you can change if needed. For the type, we'll go down and we'll hit traffic sign. We'll then put any comments that we want about the damaged sign that we see. We'll add our contact information, our name, phone, and/or email. And then you can attach an image if you have one. Then you'll click submit.
Once I receive the market report, I generally would go out to the site where it was reported to be, see what the situation is, make a determination on what needs to be done. If it was a total wipeout, we'll call it, of the sign, then we would have to replace the pole and the signs. Come back to the shop, get the materials needed, determine whether we can make that sign in-house or if it's something special or out of the ordinary, we have to order it. So we would secure the area to make sure it's safe for residents until it gets repaired. After that, when we receive all the parts needed to make the repair, we would get our stuff together, go out there, assemble it, and make sure everything is good, and hopefully that takes care of the problem. Right here is our graph tech plotter. This is what we use to make most of the signs, most of the simpler signs that we have. If we have anything that's really, difficult to make, or if it's not something that we would make on a regular basis, that is something we would put out to a vendor because it's just not cost effective for us to try to do it in-house. But this will actually cut the vinyl to the shapes and sizes that we need to make the majority of the signs that we're doing. So I could move. So then we're going to take it over here. So this part is referred to as weeding, which basically really means you're just eliminating excess material and saving exactly what you want the sign to be. That I already had done ahead of time because it's a two-sided sign. So what we end up doing then, this gets all, like I said, it's referred to as weeding. You remove what you don't want to have and you keep your design. So then this will end up getting lined up on here, and of course this is what comes through the white letters. After this will get trimmed so it's equal to that same design of that blank, and of course it would get applied to the other side also. The other intersecting street here that I already did ahead of time. So this one was weeded, applied to the blank. This here is called application tape, which basically transfers what I have here to the aluminum blank. So once this is put on, then you remove this. And as in this case, this was a little bit oversized just to make sure that it would fit onto the blank. So then this is where the other one will eventually go when we do that. So then you have this little bit of a difference, and you take a knife and you're just going to trim the edge. then you have that. And that's basically what your completed sign will look like. So this is a new version of basically what we had here. This old style, I'll call it, was when we would actually apply the white letters to the black background. Over a period of time, due to the weather and whatnot, came to the conclusion it was easier to do the cutouts on the black and then overlay the black over the white, because now the weather will not peel those individual letters off, which it's doing on this one already. So basically what we have in this particular location, we have what we refer to as a sleeve in the concrete sidewalk, which is a 4-inch hole that we already installed this pole in for the street name sign. I mean, in the event if this wasn't available and we were doing a new installation, we have a special drill that has a 4-inch drill bit that would cut through the concrete and obviously create that opening for us. So being this one is already done, we're ahead of the game here. We've already installed the new pole. Now we have the new sign right here, which is basically simply just going to end up on the top of the pole there. And hopefully everybody will know where Brainerd Place is once again. Generally, just put that on there like that. And try to do a step back to kind of get an angle just to make sure it's hopefully heading in the proper direction and looks good. So that looks pretty good right there. Don't mind to tweak that, right? So after we're all set here, I'll just come back with some caulking. I'll put some caulking around the base of that just to make sure that it stays tight. That keeps the water and dirt and other things from getting down in there. So that pretty well seals it up. And that pretty much should do it for this particular installation.